Alright, this is YouTube video number 2, numero dos. Alright, let's just get right into it. I am going to be doing this one on Let Go and Begin. And this one is based about allowing that past version of ourselves to pass away so that we can become a new creation, ultimately who we want to be instead of who we were or who we have been in the past. I've decided to talk about this because throughout my journey, this has been something that I've had a really hard time doing. There's a lot of different things that can hold us back from actually completing this process and allowing us to raise to the next vibration, and actually become, better versions of ourselves, evolving, if you will. So these things can be relationships, they can be places, it can be jobs. There's a lot of, things that can hold us back from really stepping forward into that future. So with that being said, I want to encourage you to let go and begin. I read this quote yesterday, and it was like being spiritual, or like spiritual awakening, isn't finding who you are, but more about letting go of all the things that aren't you. So spiritual awakening is more of awakening to self, and awakening to who we truly are as people, and not allowing the influences of that we've picked up throughout our lives to influence us anymore. So when it comes to the way that our parents taught us to be, or the way that the way people in high school treated us, or the way the society tells us that we're supposed to do this or we're supposed to do that, all of those are systematic. And as we become more connected to ourselves, one of the things that we're really going to have to be able to get comfortable with is letting go. Is letting go of these limiting beliefs, letting go of these things that no longer serve us, and to know what those are and how to let go. So our biggest enemy is ourself. And I say this because it is so true that a lot of the times we blame our inability to level up on so many different things. Well, I don't have the finances, I don't have this, and I don't have that, I don't have the support, and I don't have whatever it is. Well, the truth is that you're never gonna be ready. Like, there's always going to be something that is going to tell you that you're not ready, that you're not gonna be, you're not in the position, that it's not what's, the best for you at the moment. And that is the devil's tactic. That's just a way that we create doubt within ourselves to, ultimately, if we look at it from a perspective of yin and yang, that self is the darker self, that is the coach, honestly, to the higher self. Ultimately, we have this coach who tells us that we're never going to be good enough, and that we have all these things that we need to wait on, and that we can't do it because of this, and we can't do it because of that. Well, what does a good coach do? A good coach will push you to see how bad you want it, and it shows in your performance if you really want it, or if you were just, halfway doing it. So that is what we're here to do. Is we're here to push. We're here to push you and to make you the best version of yourself. And that's that darker side to self, is we really need to more accept it and learn to let go of the limiting beliefs that it gives us, and allow these thoughts to come in our heads and release without judgment. And so, limiting beliefs, what are those? Well, I can't start a YouTube channel because I'm not qualified. Well, is that true? Am I truly not qualified? Well, I mean, really, though I don't have a certificate that says Grace is qualified to, share her experience, and she might know something, I do believe that I do have some knowledge based off of the things that I've been through in my life. And you know what? I could sit here and tell myself that, which I have for years, or I could just hop on here and do it anyways, scared to death, and hope that, people listen to what I have to say, and maybe it actually connects with people, or connects with someone at least, and that it will, in turn, help you guys become the best versions of yourself. I can't write this article because it would require lots of research, and I am not a medical professional. Well, same thing. When it comes down to it, I could tell myself all day that I don't have, the ability to do anything. Like, if I told myself that I couldn't get up out of bed in the morning, well, then I probably couldn't. But if I tell myself, yeah, you can. You can get up and you can do what you need to do, So it's like we make the decision to not decide to be the best self. And as time moves on, we have the ability to become better and progress and to raise up to that. But there's a lot of things that we have to sacrifice and let go of first. And a lot of times, that's relationships. I've seen it so many times where there is a relationship that somebody has had since they were children, whether it was a family member or a friend, a sister, brother. These people, for some reason, put in a lot of negativity into these people's lives. And unfortunately, they have to be removed for that person to excel to the next level. And I believe that the universe or God does this for us so that we can learn to let go of things, hard things, difficult things that we may not want to release. Because when we get up to higher places, it's harder to let go of those things. And so, because they become, it's just important to be able to release connections, and it shows the universe, it shows God how bad you actually want to become the best version of you. So that's all I have for you guys today, and I hope you really enjoyed what I've talked about today. And thank you for listening. Peace and love to you. All right.